Hey, what's good? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. Come on and fall into First Formation Morning Sports Talk. It's me, your boy Trey, my man Bishop. We'll be having a special guest today in Mr. Zaire Jackson, military basketball veteran. Of course, we got a packed show for you today. Bishop, what's good with you, bro?
WGO, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing this morning, man? It's Thursday. It's Friday Eve.
Friday Eve,
we almost uh
yes.
we almost up on our weekend. Hey, it is what it is. A lot going on. Still March Madness still going on, and we got some breaking news that's all over the airways in regards to a major trade within the NFL. So hopefully everybody had a great hump day. Hopefully, y'all getting ready to get your Thursday started and get it right. Hopefully, you're tuning in to First Formation Falling. Let's
Yes,
get it.
sir.
What's up,
Yes,
Trey?
yes, sir.
How was your hump day?
Oh, it was all right, man. I went to of course, like everyone else, a lot of others. Went to work. Had to do. It seems like the job that I do, there's not enough hours for me now because yeah, it's not enough hours. I'll just say that.
Not enough
Which
hours in the
I
day to
yeah yeah.
get your job done.
Well, there's definitely enough hours in the day. It's just my hours, not enough of my
Oh,
hours, because I relent to go ahead and go put in the 40 hours. I only do it half part time. So,
right.
but I realize like what I have to do in the position currently is I would have to definitely would have to go punch the clock a little bit earlier. So, but I do what I can. I get what I
What up,
can
Fat?
accomplish, uh, and continue on from
Understand?
there. How was your hump day?
It was pretty good. What up, Key? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You would come on here with the Sixers nonsense, but yeah, how you doing this morning, Key? It was good, man. Yesterday I didn't do. Yeah, well, I told you I had to fix that tire.
Yeah, did you get it
So I
taken
spent
care
the
of?
morning. Yeah, I did. I had to get that squared away. So as soon as I got off the air with you, I went ahead and got that squared away. I took pretty much the rest of the little morning we had left for that, and then after that, I went and did what did I do after that? Oh, went and got my car washed because it was filthy from the rain the other day and stuff like that. From the weekend, I think it wasn't weekend. I think it rained or whatever. No, it wasn't the weekend. Wasn't the weekend. I don't know whenever it was. I got that done. Raiders
It's
talk. It's a great day
with
to be
that.
a fan of the AFC West. Look at Spotlight talking mess, man. I got to go back in the office in June. I'm gonna be sad. I'm not going to be able to watch. Oh, hate to hear that, Key. Man, golly, I hate to hear that. Well, you can catch.
Put it in
You
your
can still. You
put
should
it
still
in
be
your.
able to catch us on your
Yeah, I was
phone
about to
and stuff
say.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say put it in your ear and listen
yeah. Throw
on
your
YouTube.
earpiece in, man. Don't miss out on the on formation, man. Don't miss out on formation. But yeah. So washed my car and went and got a few things from the house because again, like I told you we're
Yeah.
moving and stuff like that and
hmm
trying to put our house on the market. So yeah, that was pretty much it, man. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning. How you doing, bro?
You know
Good to
what?
see you.
Let me ask you this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I was having this discussion the other day about washing cars, and it's just I cannot or I refuse to wash a vehicle if I know the rain is coming a day or two after the vehicle has been washed. How do you feel about that, Bishop? Do you are you just going, or is it just a pastime for you? You like you just go watch it just because, or
Well, for me, I don't know if I don't know if down in Louisiana, but here in San Antonio, we got this spot called the Wash Tub.
hmm
So the wash tub here, they have they call a rain check. So
hmm
if whatever,
oh okay,
so say if I get my car washed today and it rains within what 24 hours, I think it is. I think it's 24 hours. If it rains within 24 hours, you can bring it back and get it washed for free.
oh okay.
Yeah.
No,
So
from what I understand, we don't have
I
that
used to
here.
do so what I used to do is if I knew it was gonna rain, I would get it
Oh,
washed. And now I would so whenever after it rained, as long as it's within the 24 hours after it rained, I would go get it washed again. And I have
if
to
it
pay
wasn't
for
raining
it.
still,
Yeah. Yeah, if
okay,
it wasn't raining still, right.
okay,
Absolutely. What up, Jackie? Why you got the thumbs down? What's going on,
because
Jackie?
that's the conversation who I had the conversation
Oh, you
with.
did just say that.
So,
Jackie feels
so
she feel a different type of way about it.
yeah,
What up, Key? Joe said it's time for federal workers to set an example. Okay. Joe B said it's time for y'all to get y'all behind back to work. Joe B said y'all done work from home long enough. Time to get back to work. It's crazy you say that because I heard some great news as of today. Out of the state of New York. Let go. Let go.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna cover
mayor.
that. I
Yeah,
got you. We're
let
gonna
go,
cover
let
that. We're
go,
definitely cover that.
let
So
go.
one thing that was also kind of breaking in a sense in which we didn't get to talk about is MMA fighter Jorge Masvidal has been arrested and is
He did.
facing two
Criminal
felony
charges. Yeah.
charges for assault on oh damn, I completely forgot his name just that quick. He just fought him a couple of weeks
He
ago.
just fought him. He just got
Uh
beat by him.
yeah.
Golly, I just had his name too.
His
Good
boy, you know,
Lord, I
saying you
just
used to be homies. Now you act like
yeah.
they
Now
don't.
you don't know me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
uh,
what's his
what
name?
was his name?
God, I just had it too. Yeah, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue. What up, Anthony? What up, Anthony? What's
What's
good,
good?
AP?
What's
What's
good?
good? What's
What's good,
good?
Steven? So yeah,
Anywho, yeah,
that's crazy. When
bro,
caught him
Steve, we gonna
outside,
talk about it.
said he broke his tooth. Is it Kobe Covington? Yeah, Kobe Covington.
Covington, that's it. Covington, that's
Yeah,
it. Kobe, thanks, for that. We appreciate Covington. That's it.
appreciate it.
Kobe.
Thank you, Key. So yeah,
Yep.
that's
Thanks.
Kobe Covington caught Kobe Covington slipping outside. Two
So you
piece.
might have beat me in the octagon, but I'm gonna get you out of these streets.
Yeah, it's like that. You know, that's how he used to roll. You know, what I'm saying Masvidal used to do that the backyard fighting like Kimbo
Mm-hmm.
Slice. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where he's cut his
May you
teeth at.
rest in peace, Kimbo.
Yeah. So now, uh, Masvidal is locked up. They won't let him
Mm-hmm.
out, facing two felony charges. Um,
Mm-hmm.
from
Yeah.
what Covington said, he broke his tooth in the scuffle outside a
Broke his
bar.
tooth. Cracked what?
Yeah.
He cracked his tooth or he knocked his tooth out.
No, he said he knocked his tooth out.
Oof. That's a lawsuit.
And you know he gonna do it. That's exactly what he gonna do.
That's a lawsuit. Huh?
And he gonna do that, and he gonna talk mess about it probably while doing it. Yeah,
It's a
that's
felony.
you
It's a
you
felony
bum
because listen, it's a felony because just because you both
assault.
have the same training, it's an assault. What do you mean? Okay, we don't know how. I like the one thing we don't have, listen, is we don't have the video,
Mm-hmm.
so we don't know if it was a fair fight. And when I say a fair fight, and I know a lot of people say, "Well, there's no fairness in fighting." I've heard it all, but what we
Appreciate you
don't
stepping
know
on
is
our
whether or
time.
not Masvidal went up and like caught him, like snuck him, or did they
Mm-hmm.
like fair, like were they squared off
Well,
and
they
they
squared off.
fought? Yeah, that's two different things, bro. And either way, it's an assault.
Yeah, and he gonna get them
Oh, he gonna get them. Oh, he gonna get them
with them
fines
dollars here with them dollars
because
at
if I'm not mistaken, Trey, if you have um,
formal
what's the word I'm
training.
looking for? Huh?
Formal training.
Yeah, and it against the law. Like, aren't you like? I used to hear a lot of times boxers say like their hands are registered and
Registry and
things
all
of
that
that.
type of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Aren't you considered
A
different than a
weapon.
normal person if
I
they was to
believe
get
so.
into
Of
fight?
course, we gonna saying
Yeah,
just like anything else,
yeah,
we can make sure that make sure we solidify and confirm that. But I think saying that has been the rhetoric is
yeah.
boxers have better. So unless you have to, because you like another MMA
Right.
fighter just not too long ago, but he used his skills in a different way in which he was able to subdue a gunman that I think
Oh, I
was
saw
robbing
that.
the area.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
can't think of his name. Dang, black guy,
Yeah,
tall
I know
black
what you
guy,
talking about
really
though.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was able to subdue. So in some cases, but I think there is saying you're not able to just go up and start walloping people, especially
right.
if you're trained and trained like that. Um,
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. I
See,
guess
there it go
sometimes
right there. Steve said it right there. When you're a fighter, your hands are registered, considered to be weapons, right? And I think you have to. I think, well, being a boxer or any type of mixed martial arts or contact fighting, I think you have to be registered a certain type of way within the state or within the country or whatever. I don't know, but I feel like it's something in regards to that. Watch the court says his hands are dangerous weapon. I'm sure because they fight. They use they. That's their livelihood. That's their job. They don't do anything else outside of that for the most part. What you were saying, Trado? Go ahead.
I can believe we got.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Oh no, you good, you good.
Yeah, but yeah, like Trey said, there's been numerous incidents where MMA fighters have stopped people from you know hurting other people. Or I just saw one the other day where a dude was trying to or no, I saw one guy try to like bully another guy, and he head butted him, and all types of stuff. I done seen all types of stuff when it comes to that.
Okay,
Any
so
pro
I'm reading
fighter.
it here.
Oh,
I'm
you
reading
looking
it
it up?
here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm reading it here in MMA. In MMA High, it says box. It asks the question: do boxers need to register their hands? It says professional boxers do not have to register their hands as lethal weapons. There isn't any governing body or law that requests it, but the hands of a boxer can be considered deadly weapons in a court of law if they are used to inflict a
Mm,
serious harm.
mm. And I'm sure that's the same with MMA then too. Whether
Yeah,
boxing and
probably.
MMA is the same
Hmm.
thing, it falls under the same category. So you don't have to register them. However, in the court of law, if you use them on an individual,
And inflict bodily harm, it can be
absolutely.
seen as a deadly weapon.
So but it's different. If you are labeled as a boxer, MMA, or any type of fighter, right? In
Professional
other words,
fighter.
not just a yeah. Okay, okay.
So yeah, that's
Any
so
pro fighter
it's
type
still
fighter.
yeah. If so, that I guess it doesn't mean like you were saying it wouldn't make a difference if y'all both are pro fighters. You
Right.
inflict bodily harm on that individual.
Right. And if they choose to press charges, then they have that right to where you can be held accountable for whatever, whether it's medical damages or medical services or whatever. Or like he in his case, old boy Kobe Covington, uh the loss of a tooth. Oh yeah, he gonna have to pay for them dental services, bro.
Yeah, so you gonna come out of pocket for something.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So would that be the
Okay.
same? Let me ask you this then, Trey. Would that be
Hmm.
the same? Would that fall into the same category as Kamara? Because he's an athlete, even though he's not a boxer, he's an
So
athlete.
it's funny that you say that because I was thinking it as I was reading it. I just
Yeah,
didn't feel
me
like
too. I thought about it. I was like,
so
hmm.
I don't think so, but I think that's gonna for a public opinion in the court. I think
Hmm.
that's gonna play a part because it's
Mm,
like you know saying depending on what old dude look like or what saying his physical was or anything like that. That's going to be
mm,
taken into consideration. Not to mention that it was three or four of you guys that
hmm,
put hands in this guy. So
hmm.
another reason I don't think. I mean, I know I'm very sure there's going to be something done, a little
Oh
something,
yeah.
but it's probably going to be a little tap. But I honestly don't think that he's going to be able to be due to the fact of where it happened. I don't know if
Mm,
he's going to be able to escape this one. I don't think it's
right.
just going to be like what we know and have come to believe that happened to professional athletes. I think he's
Hmm.
going to have to probably take this one on the chin.
Okay. You talking about Kamara, correct?
Yeah. I think he's gonna have
Hmm.
to take this one on the chin. I don't
Hmm.
think he's gonna be able to get away with a light tap. I think he's gonna feel a
Right.
little something.
Right. And we all know, well, we don't all know, but I know a few years ago, a former MMA fighter, unfortunately, very unfortunately, brutally beat his fiance
Girlfriend.
girlfriend, and he
He
went to
locked up
prison.
now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's locked up. He went to
War
prison.
Machine, right? I think his name was
War
that was
Machine. That's him. That's him.
yeah.
War Machine. That's him. That's him. That's him. Yeah, he brutally beat his wife. I mean, his or fiance or whatever
He
girlfriend.
kidnapped her.
Bad.
He was doing the most.
Yeah, he did her bad. And I mean, when I say he beat her up, you would have thought they was in the octagon together. The way he beat her, and it was uncalled for. And so he's doing time right now as we speak because of that, and because of the fact that he was an MMA fighter, played a great deal in that as well. So
In which they both was MMA
they
fighters,
brought
right?
that up in the courtroom. They brought that up, the fact that he was a MMA fighter going up against a woman, for not only an MMA fighter, but going up against a woman at that too. Yeah, that made a huge difference.
Yeah. Mental, yeah, War Machine, yeah, those
War Machine, that's him.
mental breakdowns, man, mental
Yep,
breakdowns.
War Machine, that's
That's
him.
that stuff when you start and then you start to delve in kind of to the domestic violence situation, and
Yeah.
yeah, that was and it's so not laughing at that, but I'm thinking of the situation. What if you as Bishop come across
Hmm.
that, and this dude, you like, oh snap, that's War Machine, and
Hmm.
you catch that, and like, what do you do?
What up,
Like,
Irma?
do I go get my behind beat too, or you know what I'm saying? It's like.
bro. No,
I got
so
heat.
me,
I got heat
so
for homies like you. Like,
yeah,
what is it? Like,
basically, bro. I'm gonna keep it
that's
100,
what
bro.
it
I'm
is,
gonna keep it 100, bro. I got my heat, bro. Hey, bro. It'll be a overview to get up off her, bro. I'm just gonna tell you right now, bro. I know who you are, War Machine. Hey, dude, I really like you. I like you. You're a good fighter, but I need you to get up off that woman, man, and stop beating on her.
bro. It's like, when I look at
I
that,
would hate
it
to
brings.
shoot you in your leg. I hate to shoot you. It could ruin your career. It could ruin your
So
career, but
one,
I would
one
shoot
of
you
the
dead in
things
your
I
leg.
had, one of the hugest things, and one of the things I came across is like listening to
She wasn't black, Steve.
No, she wasn't black. No, she wasn't
She
black.
wasn't black.
She was she
She
might
was a
have been even
Caucasian woman.
Caucasian or Hispanic, one of the two. So
Yeah.
one of the things in which I used to
So two
uh
fighters can't fight outside the ring. No, I mean don't get me.
no,
So
God,
see, this is
we
where
can't
he
even find
go.
outside the ring technically.
Technically, we can't, especially being in the military in uniform. We not supposed to. But this is where he going. He talking about like just what you mentioned, Trey, in regards to Kimbo Slice.
Hmm.
So I see where you're going, Listan. I do. I understand where you're going now. If two parties agree to square up, got it. Yeah, really. I'm telling you, I shot him in his leg, Steve. I ain't lying. But true story. I mean, real talk. Excuse me. If two parties agree, like we used to see Kimbo Slice and all them guys fight in the backyard, yeah, nothing's gonna happen because they both agreed to partake in that. You know, and say they were, that they were willing to fight one another. But when you go fight somebody or jump somebody, and I don't know if it was jumped, I can't say. I haven't seen the video. No one knows for sure if that's what happened. But yeah, we know fights happen all the time. I get where you're coming from. I totally get it. We see fights all the time in clubs, in bars, anywhere. But I think the fact of the matter, the big instance in this part, Lestan, is the fact that yes, both of them are MMA fighters, and I'm just assuming the way they're breaking this news that it wasn't a fair fight. And when I say it wasn't a fair fight, it sounded as though
Massive all
Masvidal,
caught him slipping.
basically, that's what it sounds. It sounds like a grudge from being beat in the octagon. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm gonna be honest. They already had some huge animosity toward one another before that fight in the octagon. Then you lose in the octagon, and you know how everybody say. You know how
Everyone
everybody
is,
is.
yeah.
Oh,
Everyone
I'm
ain't
gonna
so.
beat you.
Everyone ain't
I'm gonna
just,
beat.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you again. Oh, I'm gonna see you again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, man. And it's I don't want to say it's sad to say. Yeah, well, I guess it is. It is kind of sad to say because I feel like Masvidal could have taken it back into the ring if he really wanted to settle the score. You know what I'm saying? Not lose, probably have a possibility of you losing your MMA career because you chose to do it on the streets.
He
You know what
chose
I'm saying? I don't know
violence.
what you think, Trey.
He chose violence. I agree. It was, it's unfortunate, and sometimes it's the emotions, man. The emotions will get the best of you and
All the time.
will grab a hold of you. And you talk about egos. I'm very sure. Kobe Covington is a Cody Covington is a Kobe. I'm sorry, Kobe
Kobe,
Covington
yeah.
is a runs his mouth a lot. So it could have been a
He does.
situation where
He does.
he just got under your skin and you sit up and that's a whole melting pot and you basically like, you know what, I'm not finna listen to you talk. And he waited, probably walking out, said something and then popped him. And then and it goes down like that. But still it all comes down to have to secure your emotions and be like, you know what, start thinking like, all right, if I do this to him, start having those what's those Sherlock Holmes movies with Robert Downey Jr. where when you start saying like, okay, hit him with the left, he ducks down. Come with the flying knee. Like you gotta start thinking like this is gonna be my career. Hit him with the loses his tooth. I get a couple of years in jail, and then so it has to be that type of mentality. Like you gotta go through a whole soliloquy of things before you decide to jump on your actions or act on your emotions. And
Yeah.
we don't know what it's going to be, but we do know for at this point, I'm very sure he's bailed out. But at this point, he's facing the two felonies.
hmm And if Steve, if that's true, if Masvidal, if he was on the downslope and he has a couple of losses, then like Trey said, a lot of that is your pride. A lot of that is about you feel some type of way. probably really felt like you probably really felt like you probably should have won that fight. I didn't see the fight. I don't know if he was knocked out, if he had, got submitted or not. And I didn't get to see the fight. I wanted to, but I missed it.
Nah, it was just a thorough smacking for the most part.
Well, of course, Masvidal's manager Mikhail disputed the accusations and don't believe everything you read. He wrote Wednesday. Well, let's hear. Hopefully, the real
And
story will come out. It is always
yeah, and like I
parts
said,
to the story.
it probably was a instigated situation,
Probably
but still, don't let it, like we're saying, don't allow yourself to fall into that trap. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe trick. Like
facts, facts. Don't fall for the banana in the tail, because we do know there are some people out there who will get in your head, mind you.
yeah, get under your
Which
skin.
brings up
Yeah.
something in which we're going to talk about later, I'm sure. In basketball, it happened last night.
Oh yeah,
Versus
a
when
couple of times.
Minnesota,
Yeah, yeah. So
when Minnesota got into it with old boy, when Big Cat got into it with what's in the call?
with
When
Jay
people try to
Crowder.
get in, yeah, when you get in, people try to get in your head, try to provoke you to do some stuff. He got dominated, did he? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was dominated. He was dominated, and that's why. And I can understand what Steve's talking about when he's like he's on the downslope. That's
Okay.
two fights, a couple fights of where he hasn't been his best. But of course, when he fought on Sanjay, he took the fight on short notice. Not to say it would have made a difference if he had been
He
able to
wasn't
chase,
really
but he
supposed to
took.
fight him then.
Yeah,
He
it
was supposed to
wasn't.
fight
That
him
was a fight. He just took the fight on short notice, and of course he did damage, and that was whatever. Then he fought Covington.
Covington. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
so
And
of
then
course.
being that he got dominated, then that says a lot too. That says a whole lot. You know
Like
what
I
I'm saying?
said, that gets under your skin, especially if you
Yeah.
could talk and he's getting running his mouth, and you looking
Yeah.
at the fact of you just got beat by this guy. He's talking
Who
trash to
used to be
you.
your
It
friend.
used to be
Oh,
cool.
it
You
goes
saying
deep.
he probably said some things that only someone with personal connections sit up and said, and now you go from there. So of course, but on to a little NBA NFL actions. Of course,
Let's go.
yesterday Todd McShay spoke about Matt Corral's show, saying he
Ole
is in
Miss
good health.
quarterback.
Ole Miss quarterback said he's in good health. He stated, Todd McShay, as he watched him, he threw 67 passes in 30 minutes. So
That's a lot.
far from Todd McShay's, it is a lot. You don't even you throw 30. Well, of course, the game split 20, 30 minutes. So I guess so. Yeah, that is a lot. That's a hell of a lot. So Todd McShay has now been at Pickett's pro day, Willis's pro day, and now Coral's pro day. Liberty,
Which are the top three quarterbacks coming off the board?
Liberty, Pitt, and
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. And from my understanding, they believe that Pickett might actually be the better of the three.
Not small hands.
Yeah, small hands. Eight small hands. Figure that he might be the better of the three because of the type of system he wins, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, they think that Willis is actually has the better physical attributes and long run will be better suited.
Wasn't somebody comparing him to Michael Vick, but right-handed yesterday?
Yes, I think it might have been Steve. Called him a right-handed Michael Vick.
Yeah, somebody was comparing him to Michael Vick, but right-handed.
Yeah. So of course with that,
but I need y'all to keep in consideration though when y'all talk about these quarterbacks. Now Willis out of not Willis, Pickett out of Pitt. Not a dominant school for football. What's his name? The one that did it yesterday?
Coral
out of Ole Miss. More dominant school than Pitt. Willis, Liberty. Come on. I didn't even know there was a school named Liberty. To be on Liberty. That's the only Liberty I know. Liberty Mutual. Liberty Bibbity. But anyway, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, hold on. What about the one with the dude was like, come on, Tex? He's like, hold up, I'm finna get my record. Woo! Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying, so when we think about these quarterbacks that are coming out
your
in
job.
There's so many Liberty commercials, it's ridiculous, bro. But when you think about it, Limu. I mean, but anyway, when you think about Liberty. You just think about, like, come on, man. Like, what type of talent did he really see? And I know what Trey says all the time. Yeah, when it's all said and done, we never know who's good. Depends on who draft them in the scheme. Got you.
And
True story,
it's true that
Anthony.
is so true. Like, yeah,
That
that's so
is.
true. That's so true. Yeah.
But I just feel like we can't really depict on just how well a quarterback is coming from the school in which they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know, like, Tom the GOAT, what school did he come from?
Michigan.
Michigan. Michigan is a powerhouse school in regards to college football. But we just talking about, like, there's some schools that you just, like Carson Wentz, South Dakota State. Come on, bro. A lot of people didn't even know that football was up there. So I'm just saying, I can't wait to see. I'm not knocking them because they probably do. They probably do have some game in them, and hopefully they all do well. But yeah, I saw that. Old boy from Ole Miss did his thing. Like you said,
So
64 passes in 30 minutes. That's a lot of passes. And I did watch a little bit of it. He looked like he threw the ball well. He was one. He is the third one they
yeah,
say to come off the
third.
board as far as
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
Mhm. So
So we'll see.
of course, when you think about it, they did say that
Facts. Trey Lance did go there. You're right.
they did say that that Mike Tomlin was in attendance at both Willis's and Matt Corral's pro days. So of
Which
course, coaches
Pittsburgh is going to pick up Willis.
they expected him to pick up somebody to back up Trubisky. They still do have uh what's his name from Ohio State last year. He was tendered, so he's still supposed to be with Pittsburgh for 2 years. So it looks like they're trying to
No.
bring together a situation to where it's going to be a competitive quarterback room, and someone is going to be it's not just going to be. I mean, of course, Trubisky's getting it because he's getting over 10 million, but it's going to still be a competitive, at least for the backup. So
Mm,
do you hear Dion was calling out to for not attending the JSU
I
Pro Day?
did
I
not.
did hear that. Yeah,
I
it
did
talked about
not.
because it talked about
Well, we
because they
know
went other.
Dion, Key, and Trey. We know Dion is has been vocal about 8 HBCUs and not getting the what's the word I'm looking for? They're not getting
Recognition,
the exposure, right, and
exposure, and
recognition that
recognition.
that he feels like they deserve because there are a lot of talented athletes in HBCUs across the country. So I'm not surprised. I didn't hear that, but I'm not surprised, Key, at all that Dion did that because he's a big supporter of trying to get them out there, and that's one of the main reasons
Well, he
why.
said he was upset because he said they went to he's like they went to the pro day in Mississippi, but they can saying Ole Miss, but they can come by his pro day that he had a couple of days
Which
before.
is in Mississippi, Jackson.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jackson State is in Mississippi. So I totally understand where he's coming from. And that's the reason why, and I was about to say that's what a lot of reason Cut Haskins. Really, Anthony? That's how you feel? But I feel like that's one of the main reasons why Dion even took the coaching job at HBCU. I get it, and it is what it is. I don't know. I mean, Trey, let me ask you, or anybody that's watching, of the 8 people that are watching, why do you feel as though coaches and scouts and general managers and owners and then people like that don't go to HBCUs in support of a pro day? Why do y'all think that is? Because an athlete is an athlete. Why do you feel as though
I think
they don't get that recognition?
I honestly believe and will continue to believe is due to the fact that they see it as a lower tier of competition, or
What up?
not when you go from the
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
true that.
I'm
So,
just, I'm
but
just, I'm just going there,
I
though, Trey.
think
That's what you're saying,
and
yeah.
that's what it is. But I think when you look at they look at it as a melting pot, as a pot, as a cold, because of course you have HBCUs, and they're a lower division, and
Hmm.
it's a whole division of lower, or what's considered to be a lower division play, because you
Hmm.
have these players that go there. Hence the reason why they said if we get more top tier 4 or 5 star recruits that go and play at these schools, it starts to
Right.
develop it develops the talent pool. and it
Mm-hmm.
shows that okay, this is the same player that Alabama was after.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's here in JS as Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same player that USC was chasing. Now he's here in Tennessee State. And now you
Mm-hmm.
get though if they get more of those type of players to go and
Mm-hmm.
getting these institutions, it starts to build up. Now it's like okay, they're not going to compete with the Alabamas and all that type of stuff in play for the most part. It's subjective, but what they can do is they can compete with those organizations of the institutions from a standpoint of the talent level is just as good as the players that play at the Power Five conferences, mid major conferences, and all that type of stuff. And until that starts to happen, there's going to be that. So yes, we have the number one player in the country who decided to go to JSU, but he's one player. And if he doesn't, and then now what's going to happen is if he doesn't go and dominate beyond or just consistently have a great showing, then there's going to even one say that he wasn't ready, or two that he wasn't able to be developed in that divisional system, and it's going to be, and then that we still fall back into the dark ages as when it comes to those lower divisions and this and that type of play. Carson Wentz,
Mm-hmm.
he started out, and now we don't know what happened because
Mm-hmm.
you got your own schools as within the Division One that are
Mm-hmm.
considered lower tier. Think about it, like you
Right.
said, North Dakota, Liberty, what's his name came from Buffalo,
Buffalo. Uh-huh.
Matt came from Buffalo,
Buffalo.
and
Mm-hmm.
so saying you got those different organizations. Colin Kaepernick came from Nevada, like,
Right.
like
Nevada.
who?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have these schools and stuff that are lower tier in the same division as the big dogs play in, and they don't get looked at for the most part. So
And I feel you keep. I do feel like the scout's job is to find the best talent. But like Trey said, man, when it's all said and done, a lot of these kids that are coming out of high school, they don't want to go to a HBCU. And even if they did want to go to HBCU and they're a student athlete, they're not going to go because of the simple fact that they're not getting that recognition. So as a young man coming out of high school, about to go into college, why would I go to a Jackson State? Why would I go to a Tennessee State? Why would I go to any HBCU when I know my chances for my ultimate dream to play in the NFL may not happen because they're not coming to look at me at any of these HBCU schools. So that's why, like Trey say, it makes a difference when these kids don't go to these HBCUs, and that's why Dion and what's his name over at what's the other head coach, former player,
Tennessee
who
State,
no what's old boy name over at
Tennessee
what
State.
what yeah golly, he's married to an old girl from SWV. Anyway, him, he that's why they're so hard on trying to recruit these 5-star recruits that are in high school to come to these HBCUs, because like Trey say, when it's all said and done, Eddie George, thank you,
Mm-hmm.
love. Eddie George, if if they can get more 5-star recruits to come to some of these HBCUs, then now, like Trey said, when they look at it and they say, oh, well, he was recruited or looked at by Ohio State. He was being recruited by Alabama. He was being recruited by LSU. So now, but they're at an HBCU now. Now these recruit or these scouts, when what you're talking about, Kim, now they, or Key, now they got to get. Now they got to go to these HBCUs. Now they got to, especially if they put up massive numbers or great numbers at whatever position they're playing in. So yeah, that's right, Freddie. That's why Prime is trying to make a change in regards to that. But it's sad, and I can totally understand why Dion is upset, because he feels like he has. And mind you, don't forget, both of his sons play for him. Both of his sons play for him. Shador and what you would call both play for him.
Yeah, the cornerback
So
is the other
yeah,
one,
so one's a corner and one's a
quarterback.
quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So, or a safety. One's a safety and one's a quarterback. So that means his sons aren't getting looked at. That means his sons aren't getting looked at. You know what I'm saying? And his son is playing quarterback. They both of them. They say they both balling over there, balling out
And
of
so
control.
I
They
think
say
what's
his
going to
son,
happen, of course,
that's a safety, is a hitter.
because his sons are his sons, they're going to get looked at. they're going to get looked at.
You
So
think so?
that's
What up, Isaac?
yeah.
What's going on, bro? What's good? You think so?
Yeah, they're going
But how
because
do you? So
because
you think?
they're his children. They're going to be looked at. If anything, they're going to get looked at once it comes time for them. Because I think next year is when they'll be. I would think that the one is probably on his last year eligibility.
Yeah, the one
The
that's a
DB,
safety. Yeah,
yeah, he's on his last year eligibility, but Shador is going to be looked at because that's his son. And one way, even if he has to convert the same positions, he's going to be looked at the end of the
right.
day, I believe.
They probably
Just
are.
because they're
But
his
as a
sons.
coach, you can't
Yeah, it's because you want them. You want everyone. Yeah,
got it.
but
Yeah,
because it brings subjectiveness to the situation. Because now you look at
right.
it is are they on a roster because their dad is the coach or because he hadn't
That
played
part.
that. Yeah, so
That
it's
part.
a lot. So of course they need to ball out. And they got to. You ain't got no choice but to play to show that I deserve to have a playing time opportunity,
Right.
not just because my father is the head coach.
That part. How many Jackson State players are in the draft? Good question. Are there? I mean, we would
It's
never know because that's
it's
one
one
thing
or
they don't
two.
report.
Yeah,
They
it's
don't
one
really
or two.
report that too much. That's
Yeah,
another
it's one
thing.
or two.
When it comes down to reporting these HBCU players that are going, like, let me ask you this. This is even a better question, Anthony Price. How many HBCU student athletes was at the combine?
It was 12 of them were there.
12 was at the combine?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked. I wouldn't have thought it would have that many. Oh, that's straight. Any of them from Jackson State?
Well, two of them I think were from Jackson State. Hold up, I can tell you, or at
Okay.
least was invited. Uh,
Okay. Well, see, and that's the thing. So, they don't really report too much
Correction,
of
nine
these
were nine, nine,
nine.
nine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, they don't really report that much. More HBCU players get picked up last year than ever before. Really, that's good. Then that's good, bro. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sure Dion is happy about that, and
hold
all
up, I
these
stand
others.
corrected. I stand corrected. I don't know if they was at the combine, but it's eight that are. I mean, it's 11 that are eligible to be in the NFL draft. Of course, you have
Oh,
two from Jackson State, one from TSU, one from um. Oh, correction, three from Jackson
tonight.
State. So yeah, the top one is the corner is the wide is the QB from Alabama A&M. Aquil Glass, quarterback Alabama A&M, is your top player.
Okay. Okay. So and that's just another thing, man. Like it takes reporting of these student athletes as well to get some recognition as well. Like half the time, I have seen some. I have seen some HBCU guys at the combine, but it's very few and far between. Um, but yeah, like when we watch the combine, you don't really see too many HBCU guys, and even if they are there, they're not really showing you too much of what they're doing in regards to their workout. They're showing you all the D1 players who are being looked at for the most part. But hopefully that'll change. You know what I'm saying? Like as I said, more HBCU players got picked up last year than ever. So hopefully that's a trending upward and not downward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So of course, before we get like what really popped off yesterday, I want to talk about Bobby Wagner has taken a visit with the Los Angeles Rams. Um,
Mm.
I'm disgusted.
So they lose Von Miller, but may end up adding Bobby Wagner. Wow.
So right now, the supposedly from what I
Is that a
hear,
come
or
up
as
though,
you can,
Trey?
yeah, that's the come up. That's why I say I'm disgusted.
He said I'm disgusted. Wow. Yeah, that's big. That's
to put
huge.
That's
That's
like
huge.
putting a top player at every level of your defense when you have
Mhm.
you already have Quinn and
Uh,
Donald coming off for the front line working in the trenches. Now you put a Bob. Oh well, correction. Quinn is a linebacker. Now you had to put a Bobby Wagner in the
at
second level,
linebacker. hmm And then you
and
got
then Jalen Ramsey
Jalen Ramsey at
i-
secondary.
in the secondary. All three
Yeah.
levels have a problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're a team to beat now, bro. Oh, you definitely make a run if they end up getting
But
Bobby.
of course, they also speak of he might. He's also taking a look at the Dallas Cowboys, which he
Oh,
was
don't go
initially
there.
thought to go.
Please.
So
Don't do
See,
that.
like, oh,
Golly.
you want those problems in my division, but you
No,
don't want to take them.
yeah, I don't want the problem. Yeah, y'all can have them. Keep them problems over there where y'all at. I don't
So of
need them
course he
problems
had
over there
that.
where we at.
Malcolm Butler has returned to New England
He has.
after
Malcolm Butler has.
Darius Leonard, of course,
He
linebacker
signed
of
a
the top.
2-year deal with them, but he headed back with a 2-year deal with
Yeah, 2 years.
9 million.
Yeah. So he's back in the fold in New England. Darius Leonard, defensive lineman, linebacker for Indiana Indianapolis is presumably is recruiting Julio Jones in Indianapolis, basically based on the fact of he used to catch all his career for the most part. He caught balls from Matt Ryan, so why not come and finish it the way he started? So he's really recruiting on that end. Can you imagine a potential of Julio Jones and a Odell Beckham?
Mm, yeah, that would be
This, in the words of if Ron was here, this season is starting to look very sexy, very sexy
yeah,
on
yeah,
paper.
that on
Let's
paper.
say that on paper is looking very
On paper,
sexy.
yeah. Yeah,
Uh, of course, saying to the meat and potatoes of that we could probably stand out a little.
yeah.
$120 million, 4 years, not to mention not only giving up 5 draft picks. That is the outcome of the Miami Dolphins and Kansas City trade for Tyreek Hill. Before we really get into it, Bishop, what do you think of the trade? I know we caught it yesterday just as we was getting
At
off,
the end, yeah, very end.
but
Um,
now
as we know, as we see, as I put up, Tyreek breaks the bank as being the highest paid NFL wide receiver in NFL history. Well, for 4 years, 122 million, 120 million at 72 million guaranteed. Yes, I said this a few days ago, Trey, that speed ain't everything, but I guess that's a lot of people beg to differ because to be paid 120 million, this dude is getting quarterback pay.
30
He is
million.
getting quarterback pay, bro. He's up there with Aaron Rodgers
Yeah, he's 10,
getting
10
paid,
million
bro.
short, 10 million short a year
That's
of
it.
giving
10 million
quarterback pay.
short, bro. So my question to you is, Trey, um, was it worth the picks? Who won in this trade? Let me ask you that. Who won in this trade, Trey?
So
Because
so
we know it's five. Was it 5 or 4 picks? Five
it's five picks, which
total.
is two. They get the first rounder for this season. They
Mhm.
get
They get 2 first rounders.
well, that one is their own. So
Oh, well, yeah, yeah.
they get Miami. They get one of Miami's first rounders for this season. They get well, correction. Miami gets one of Kansas City's first rounders for this season. They get I think their second and third pick for this season, and then actually, let me see. I can tell you exactly what it is. Uh,
They get so Kansas
so
City receives
they get the
first and
29,
second.
29 overall selection for this year. They also get the second and fourth rounder for this year. So that's 3 picks from this year, and then
Yeah,
they
that's
get a
what I
fourth
thought.
and
Yeah,
sixth rounder for next year
2023.
for
Yeah, yeah,
2023.
yeah.
So I would say on the aspect of I would say at this point, I would say that Kansas City has won the deal.
Mm.
I'll give Kansas City the deal.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Only because we don't know what Tyreek Hill is going to be. We know what Tyreek Hill can be, especially in the offense that's built around him. We know what he can be, but we don't know if he's going to be that because he's not catching balls from
No, it's
Mahomes now.
from Tua. Yeah,
It's from
Tua
Tua.
Tua Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
Tua or Teddy Bridgewater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you're looking at. So that makes a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or how they going to build a scheme, what they're going to do around him. He doesn't have a quarter. He doesn't have a running back like at Hilaire.
Mm-hmm.
He has more of a running back by committee, but of course, there's a different head coach. So, which is he's still
Oh yeah, that's
supposedly
true
around
too.
the
Yep.
innovation, but Mike McDaniel's is his head. I mean, Michael McDaniel's is the head coach now. So it's gonna we're gonna see how it plays out. But at this point, I'll say the Chiefs won the trade because now they're able to
That
bring in
is
talent.
Anthony.
It's now he. So you think that was a better trade?
Well,
His
he got
trade was
more money
better.
than Adams. He
Well,
got
he
more
got more
money than Adams.
money because
Yeah, his
Detroit.
trade was
Because
better because of the
well,
money aspect.
one reason they got more money
And
is
who's the better
because
receiver, Trey, out of the two?
I mean Devontae Adams is, but the only reason that they got more money is because Miami had more cap space. They had more
Mm,
money to give to entice him
mm.
because also who was on dang, who else was on the table? The Jets. The Jets had gave an offer too. It's
Yeah,
just
he
they
was.
wasn't
Yeah.
willing to give up. They wasn't really to give up a fourth or their draft picks, the top two
Hmm.
draft picks, because
Hmm.
they have a 4 and a 10. They wasn't willing to do that. They would have gave up
What
everything else.
I wouldn't have thought. So for me, this is always a issue, or not an issue, but a um a selling point for me is the fact that Tyreek was in Kansas City since he's been drafted,
Hmm
and so to leave again, Kansas City, that cold weather, and head down to Miami,
Miami.
where you playing outside in that nice weather all year round for the most part, bro. Like, come on, stay in Kansas City. Is it with the cold? I mean, leave Kansas City and go to New York, New Jersey, to the Jets in the cold. No, that was an easy choice. That's why I said when I first got wind of, I said he's not going. He's not going to the Jets, bro. He's not. Like, they would have really had to throw everything at him for him to go to the Jets. He's not going to the Jets. He could stay in a cold climate right there in Kansas City. He ain't got to go to New York, New Jersey for that. So I knew if he was leaving, he was gonna go to Miami because it's warm down there, and I think he's from that area.
Yeah, he's from Miami, so he basically went
Yeah.
back home.
So yeah, come on, man. That was a given. You know what I'm saying? That was straight given. But it's hard for me to say who won this trade, bro. To be honest, but I do understand where I would have to give a slight edge to, like you said, Kansas City, because of the fact that you don't know. Tyreek doesn't have a Patrick the Great out there in Miami. Tua has not proved himself as of yet. So my question is, Miami king of the hill after acquiring Tyreek?
So we talked about yesterday in who's in Miami's division? Is Miami,
Miami, New
New
England, and
England,
the AFC East is
Buffalo.
New England, Buffalo, and the Jets.
I think they can probably second, maybe second. I
I
still
don't
think
see him
that's
catapulting
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that
I
I
don't
still
see him
think that's
catapulting
Buffalo. I
Buffalo.
think it has some other stuff. It's other factors that need to have. But right now, on paper, when you look at it between those three divisions
You
and the
think they can
moves that's
edge
been
out
made,
New England?
yeah, I think they can edge out New England. So
Mm,
because because you got to think what they did just alone at the end of the year last year. That's the reason why we were surprised that Flores was fired from coach.
mm.
But when you look at it at the end of the day, I think what has happened is they put themselves in a good position. But I don't foresee it. It needs it's other factors they need in order to jump Buffalo. I think that's Buffalo's division at
Right,
this point.
right.
Uh, so
Tua's going to underthrow. He'll what? Hey, he better learn how to get that arm right, bro. He better be out there practicing right now, because
well, you
yeah,
got to think he gets a chance because they got Waddle. Waddle's a speedster, so.
yeah,
Um,
Jason, yeah. Waddle is a speed. Ooh, and Waddle in. Ooh, boy,
Now they have the Waddle and Tariq. Matt Breida is there now.
Breida,
Oh,
yep.
they got another speedster in Mossert, Raheem Mossert.
Monster, yep,
Yeah, so they got his speed. They
yep.
got speed. They got a lot of speed to
All the
burn.
way around. Yeah, yeah. He better be warming up his arm right now,
What's
right
that little kid on
now.
that commercial?
Yeah, yeah. He better be warming that arm up right now. So let me ask you this, Trey.
So will Patrick still be a great without Hill? So they brought in Cedric Wilson.
Right.
They brought in Juju.
Juju, but Juju definitely ain't a Tyreek
He's
Hill.
not a he's not a burner.
No,
They brought in of course they already had Kelsey.
Kelsey, which is
They
huge.
still have McCole Hardman,
Hardman, yeah,
but Tyreek Hill was 82% of their offense.
he was
He was 80. I mean 82.
82%.
Not even
82% of
offense.
his passes went to Tyreek.
Touchdown passes. 80%
Yes,
of his touchdown passes went to
went to
Tyreek
Tyreek.
Hill.
Right.
So I don't know. Like he has to replace that. Like you have to change the whole. Like I said, my opinion of Patrick Mahomes is he capitalizes on broken plays,
Right.
and he had the
Which is crazy
perfect.
you say that, Trey, because a lot of people after getting off the show and we was listening to the trade, a lot of people agree with you. They said the exact same thing you said
Yeah,
in
you see
regards to
it
that.
like he does it like he does improv. It's like like this is what I used to do, right? When I used to go because in military I was EO, I was sharp, I was
Mhm,
training room NCO and all this type of stuff. So a lot of the things in which I did when I did training was all for improv. Like that was that was what kept people interested. All I had to do was basically remotely some of the information which I was speaking of, and I lit the power keg and watch it blow
mhm,
off an improv. It
mhm,
was effective,
mhm,
very effective because there's no you can do whatever. It's not streamlined, or you just put a couple of parameters and then you let it happen. So that improv is very effective, and I think when you look at Patrick Mahomes with the passes, saying no look throws and
mhm,
outside the pocket passes, all that type of stuff, and downfield, that was a lot of what happened. So now, and like I said, it was great when you have a speedsters that can get to certain points faster than other people, sit in pockets, uh reverse field with you and get open, because if you sit up and put someone running, if they already done ran the route with him, now they're coming back and now he's going against the grain at an angle, he's going to kill most of the defensive players that is chasing him.
mhm,
It worked perfectly, and all Mahomes had to do was be able to see him. And so but there had the instances in where that wasn't the case, like the quick slants and the certain plays like that wasn't always. It was the majority of the time he was operating on broken plays, and he had the perfect offense to complement that. Now without Hill, I don't know how that's going to look. We're going to really see can Patrick Mahomes play, in my opinion.
mhm. Okay. Yeah. So how many receivers Chiefs have right now that they doing too much? Well, I kind of don't understand what you're asking,
I think you're
Anthony.
talking about like how Juju does the TikToking and all that
Oh,
type of stuff.
okay, okay. Yeah. So I was like I said, I was listening yesterday once we got off the show because of course that trade happened right after we got off the show, or right when we was getting off the show, that trade was taking place. A lot of people, a lot of analysts feel like Patrick and the Chiefs are still going to make, excuse me, make the playoffs. Will he still be great? That's yet to be determined. I do feel like Tyreek Hill was a great, as you said, 82%. 82% of his touchdown passes went to Tyreek Hill. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Like me, like I'm thinking, excuse me, and Patrick Mahomes, I know he at home like shaking his head, like really. Y'all just gave away 82% of my touchdowns right now. Like y'all just gave away 82% of my touchdowns to Miami. I still feel like Patrick Mahomes, he's still gonna be that guy. I just feel like he's definitely going to have to find that feel for Tyreek. Is that feel in Kansas City? I don't know. I don't know. That's yet to be determined. Is it in Juju? We'll see. Kelsey, we know what Kelsey brings to the table. We already know what him and Kelsey can do together. Great
Mm-hmm.
tandem. But it's everybody else. Hardman has to step up.
Oh, he
Juju
said
got to
that.
come in.
He said he's
Juju got to
running
come in. Huh?
everybody in free agency.
No, I mean they signing every wide. Oh, you talking about in? Okay. I thought you might have been talking about that too. Okay, I understand. I see. Well, now that they lost Tyreek, and I'm assuming that's why, a part of me feels like that's the reason why they might have been signing, why they picked up Juju, is because they might have had it in. They were already in negotiations in regards to Tyreek before it was televised. I feel like they kind of knew that they might be losing Tyreek because from what
Yeah,
I
because they
understand,
said they was willing to pay him that much money or more,
but
but I guess the years wasn't right, or it was some
yeah,
portion of the deal.
it was something they was studying. So yeah, when it came out, it was the fact that the number, either the years or the amount for of
I
money
think
for
the
the
money
years
was right.
wasn't.
It was the years. He
Yeah,
didn't
I
want to.
think it
They was
wasn't right.
trying to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he wasn't satisfied with it, and that's how he
they was
ended up
like, no, we
leaving.
could go. Yeah, we could go
Yeah,
ahead and seek a
and so
different.
that's why I think before. the media got wind of it. I think that's why they ended up picking up people like Juju and stuff like that, because they knew deep down it was a possibility that Tyreek might leave. And so and that's why I feel like, AP, that's why they, picked up people off of the free agency. But again, like Trey said and myself, Juju is definitely not a Tyreek, bro. So we'll see. We'll see. Do they still make the playoffs? We're talking about what are we talking about? The NFC, or
NFC
the AFC
West,
West. Yeah, they got
AFC
the Raiders,
West,
Chargers, and
they
the
got
Broncos.
problems. They got
They do.
problems. They got
Losing
problems.
him, yeah, losing Tyreek, that is made, yeah, because the Las Vegas being the additions that they added, ooh, they could lead the AFC West easily, and the Chargers, and the Denver Broncos, because we know Russell went over there to Denver. So let's see.
It's getting
Let's
it's
see.
like
Will
it's
Patrick be
getting
great?
easier.
Still stay great as the heel has moved on
I seen a
to
meme.
Miami.
I seen a meme that had him, and it's like Patrick without Tyreek Hill, and it was a picture of Patrick Mahomes' brother. I was like,
What?
the internet is undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated, bro. Undefeated, bro. It's mad. It's mad. It's madness going on, baby. Like this. Hey, March Madness ain't just in basketball. It looks like it's in football too, bro. March is that month, man, for all things that happen, baby. Good month.
So now there's 7 teams in the 7 of 32 teams that has multiple first round selections.
Yeah.
Um,
Us, Kansas City,
well, hell, y'all got three. Oh well, yeah, y'all. Well,
the
correct me, y'all have
Giants,
three. Yeah,
the Giants. Who else? That's three teams that got multiple picks in the first.
Kansas City.
I said Kansas City. I said Kansas
Oh,
City,
New York Jets.
Jets. Yep, the Jets. Yep, Giants. Yeah, yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice draft. I was dying at them memes yesterday. Yeah, the Jets. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be crazy when the draft pops up next month. It's gonna be a crazy April too. Sounds like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sounds like a crazy April. April. On its we. On its we.
Let's
Oh my
see. So
gosh.
now I'm interested to see what teams it was out of NFL. Interesting enough, there's 8 teams that don't have a first round pick.
Ooh, 8 teams that don't have a first round pick.
Yeah,
Ugh.
we're one of them. So 6 teams that
You
have the
said you're
first.
one of them.
Yeah, unlike yours, where you're the only
You
one with
got
three.
three.
We're
Yeah.
one of 8 with none. So 16s that have two, and then we're going to be like that for the next couple of years. 16s that have 2 first round picks, as we stated: the Giants, the Jets, the Texans, the Packers, the Chiefs, and the Lions. The Eagles are sitting with 3 picks in the middle of the first round. Um, the Bears, Broncos, Browns, Dolphins, Colts, Raiders, 49ers, and Rams do not have a first round pick. Of course, like you said, the Dolphins and Raiders traded their first round picks to acquire their current receiver, their I guess you could say their team amplifiers, and the receivers in Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill. Um, and then, of course, last year, for the most part, or some of this year, the other 16s traded their first round picks. The 49ers traded last year to get their quarterback of the future, while teams like Cleveland, Indianapolis, and Denver, as well as the Browns, too. Correction, whereas the Bears traded last year to get their first round pick. Broncos, Browns, and Rams traded last year to get their first round pick. So that's what we come out. Only 8 teams with no first round pick. 16s with 2 first round picks. The Eagles with 3 first round picks. I don't know what y'all gonna do, Key. Y'all gonna get some of the value. How's it gonna go down? Uh, so yeah, so that's interesting stuff.
What I miss?
Oh, nothing. Just going over who how the
What is
picks
Raiders
was just.
Miami? What is Key talking about? Raiders Miami,
She
Chicago
said I'm
Colts.
scared. Talk about who the picks, because I was telling them that the six teams that have two picks were the Giants, Jets, Texans, Packers, and Chiefs, and the Lions, and then of course the Eagles with three picks. And I asked her, "What do you think they're gonna do with it?" And she said, "I'm scared. I don't know how he's going to
I'm
do."
with you, Key. I'm Key. I am right there with. I'm just as nervous and scared. I'm probably. Man, come draft day, bro. I'm gonna tell you, Key. I'm gonna be so. You would. I'm gonna be so nervous. I'm gonna feel like I'm the one making the drafts, because man, making the picks. Because the way how we be doing, again, we done let another wide receiver get away.
I was
Tyreek
waiting
Hill
for it.
came up
I
on
was
the
waiting
chopping
for it.
block. Tyreek
And
Hill came up
within
and we
hours,
still let
bro,
another one get away.
I didn't even get to work good before he sit up and accepted the contract. Like,
Man, I was like, come on, man. How
uh,
are we letting all these receivers
but I knew
that we picking up?
I
Who
know
did we
Bush was
pick
gonna
up,
say
Trey?
something. He picked up Pascal from
Pascal.
Indianapolis.
We picking up a Pascal. But we letting like Tyreek and Hill and people like that go. But we picking up a Pascal. Come on, man. I feel like Randy Moss. Come on, man.
You see, thank you. The realism, Key. The realism.
We
The
could afford
realism.
them. We could afford. We could have let
Y'all
we
could have
could
made
have let
some
about
work.
three receivers go for the price for Tyreek. We could let three receivers go with that, and we got three picks in the draft. That we could have gave away one pick in the draft, one first round pick at 15 or 16 or 19. Well, either one of we could have gave up one of them picks. We
30 million.
not, but no, the 120 million. That's the hard part. You right, that part. That is the hard part. I ain't gonna lie. That is the hard part. She said, nope,
30
nope,
million.
nope.
30 million.
But Keith, what if we don't pick up? What if we don't get a receiver? Because right now, oh, that's another thing, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Kansas City is looking at Williams from Alabama to be the so-called
The replacement.
Tyreek Hill replacement. Yeah, they say he has the same type of measurables.
Well, what we do know is there's plenty of speedsters in this year's draft. So,
Absolutely.
so
Olave.
across the board, from I don't know if they would want to take a tall running back and convert him, but from any aspect of why you talk about the receivers, all with top 10 score run times was 4.3 or above. Like
Mm-hmm.
they can find speed. Olave,
Which
that's
one?
Olave key.
Olave, or are you
Olave,
talking about, or are you
probably
talking about the other
Olave.
one?
Well, yeah, I do. It is
Well,
two.
the
Yeah,
other one ran a faster
yeah,
40,
faster time. Yeah.
4.39, one to a 4.38. Yeah, but which is nothing. That's like blinking your eye. But anywho, yeah, Olave
Mid
or
blink.
yeah, yeah, mid blink. Yeah, that's the difference between a 4.39 and a 4.38. To be honest. But yeah, I hopefully that right now by Todd McShay
Garrett
and by
Wilson.
Mel Kipers, they have one of us. They have us picking up Olave in the draft. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Gary or Wilson, that's his name. Garrett Wilson. He the one who ran a 4.38. Olave ran a 4.39.
Mm.
So yeah, either one of them. Either one of them. But now with Tyreek gone, Kansas City got what they Kansas City got. They pick after us though, don't they? I hope they pick after
Yes.
us.
They thought, yeah, Kansas City, they're late picks, like 28 and 29 or 29 and
29 or
30.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
28,
yeah, they got
29.
late
So
picks.
that's
Yeah.
late picks. So
Oh,
those
we
people
good. Yeah.
will probably be gone.
They'll be gone. They'll probably be gone. I'll be shocked if Wilson, Olave, or any one of them will be still there. Williams, which they think they feel like Williams is the one that's going to end up in Kansas City
Mm.
from Alabama. We'll see though. Only time will tell.
Yeah,
The
that
draft
part
is coming.
on this way into April, right?
No, April. I think I said it yesterday. April 7th through the 10th, ain't it?
Is it 7th through the 10th? I thought it was earlier.
Hold on.
I thought it
I'll
was the
look
end of
again.
April.
Hold on. I got it again. It is. Oh, you right. I'm sorry.
So
Wait,
Steve, what we're
the
not going to
28th.
do is We talk about Juju, but what we're not going to do is not act like a USC receiver is a factor. We're not going to do
they,
that, Steve.
they picked up Juju like he's going to be a factor. I don't see it.
We've had our conversations about Juju, but what we're not going to do is act like Juju is not a factor. He's a
Juju,
former
baby.
Trojan. Trojan receivers
We
get
know
the
how
job
they
done.
we know how they told him to turn out.
I
Juju
relent. I
is
relent
Juju.
on. I relent. I relent on the QBs, but Trojan defensive
I gotta
players
give him
and
that. I gotta
Trojan
give him
wide
that.
receivers get the job done.
I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that. Some of the best receivers that was in the NFL did come out of USC. We have the Keyshawn's and all of them. Yeah, I gotta give him that. I give them that. They might not produce no quarterbacks, but they do have some damn wide receivers come out.
I'm going to
I
continue
give
to
them that.
stand on Carson Palmer
Oh
and
my god, don't do that.
Mark Sanchez. I don't care
Well, as
what
long
y'all
as he
say.
ain't doing his TikToks. You talk about Juju not doing his TikToks, he's a word on them TikToks. Yeah, man.
It's a new season in USC, so I'll wait.
Well, you right about that. He didn't do this in his last year at Pittsburgh. That's the facts. Which a lot of people in Pittsburgh was mad at Juju because of that. But it's a whole new team. It's a whole new team. Let's see what he do out there in Kansas City. He got Patrick the Great. Stop it, Freddie. Stop it. Stop it, Freddie. Don't do that.
Thank you, Freddie.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Victory.
You talking about the condoms, and you ain't even talking about the team. not Mark Fumble Ted. That's what I'm talking about.
That's cool. That's what y'all
That's what I'm
remember.
talking
It's
about.
all right. I remember him taking the Jets to NFC championship game. Others remember the
No one else
fumble.
remembers that. Everybody else remembers the butt fumble. No one remembers him. No, no one else remembers that. They just remember Mark Sanchez and the butt fumble. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
You know what? I want to see y'all run into a butt and hold on to the ball unexpectedly. I want to see y'all run into a butt.
I want to see y'all run into a butt and see if y'all
unexpectedly run into a behind and hold on to the ball. That's what I want to see. If y'all are able to hold on to that ball, then we can continue to talk about the butt fumble. But until then,
my god, Trav can't believe you said that. He said, "I want to see y'all run up to a butt and see hold on."
I want to see y'all reenact that situation, and if y'all can hold on to the ball, then hey, so be it.
Oh my god, that's funny, bro. He said, "I want to see y'all run into a butt and hold on to the ball." Only fumble I can see somebody not holding, only butt I can see somebody running up to and not holding on to it is like somebody like Meg the Stallion or somebody like that. But an actual player, oh no, I'm holding on to the ball, bro. That dude, and I think the fact of the matter is the way it happened. It just looked.
He ran into it unexpectedly. He slid. It was a perfect storm for the situation.
It looked bad, bro.
He said these BBLs nowadays.
Steve is crazy, bro. Steve is crazy with these BBLs nowadays, bro. Oh my god, you stupid.
So, of course, as we look into this, a couple of things happened yesterday as we move on into the NBA. First and foremost, like yesterday we discussed and talked about the League of Fines. It seems like Bishop, it went from the League of Fines to Fight Club all in 24 hours.
Bro,
what you had
yesterday? Was some in the water?
I guess so. In Miami, you had
coach?
had Jimmy Butler, Eric Spoelstra,
that's his name.
Eric Spoelstra and Udonis Haslem. Like, so if y'all pay attention to the NBA, if you pay attention to the NBA, Udonis Haslem is about that life.
He is.
And he stood up and told Jimmy Butler, and so Jimmy Butler acts like a tough guy until, like I say, I love the saying, everyone's a gangster until a real gangster walks into the
rolls
room.
Up. Yeah.
And then in this case, Jimmy Butler always plays the tough guy and all that talking. But when Udonis Haslem was in front of him talking about, we can go to the back. We can go. We ain't got to sit up. It's me and you. We can go to the back. Boy, I'll whoop your ass. He kept telling him,
Yeah.
It's like,
You could
okay,
tell
what I'm saying?
Udonis wanted to get at him. He wanted to
Yeah,
get
it's
at
like,
him.
what I'm saying? These is always like that tough talk, what I'm saying? No one, like we talk about, and that could have been the same situation with Masvidal and Cody. Kobe, like, we ain't
Right?
no cameras, just me and
No
you.
cameras.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
you and I. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
you know what
get
I'm
it.
saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got let's go. And so you have those situations, and then I don't know what I didn't get a chance to really because I end up dozing off before I can really read up on it. What happened? Why him? Because him and Eric Spoelstra, like Eric Spoelstra was
He was coming
hot.
at him too, bro.
He was
bro.
hot.
It was holding him back. Yeah, like he was coming at him, bro. He really want like Spoelstra was like it looked like everybody wanted to beat Jimmy Butler ass.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I
Only
don't
a
know
couple
what
people was
happened.
holding him
I
back.
know it
Yeah,
was,
they was after him.
yeah. I hope, but of course, like I said, Udonis Haslam is not that. It's not that dude you want to play those games with. He is when you talk about when you know how people call people the goons. Udonis Haslam is that dude who,
Goon,
yeah, who was
straight
up and
goon.
like what you say, coach. You need a technical. Oh, I got you,
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
and go
He
and
didn't,
go
he
get
didn't
it.
even have to ask me. Just look at me. Look at me. I know what you mean, coach.
So
Just look at me. I
you
got it.
had that, and then of course the other situation in which you was talking about with the Miami Minnesota Phoenix game where you looked at Big Cat was able to get under the skin of Jay Crowder after he caught a body on Jay Crowder
Bodied him.
with the dunk and
Body.
went
They
back
called
down
him
the next
short.
play. Yeah, they
Called him a
called him,
little
saying
man.
too
He
small,
pointed
too
down on his
small.
shoulders, called him small. Put his
Barbecue
hand
chicken
down
alert.
like a midget.
So
Bruh.
Key, Udonis Haslam isn't still playing. He's just on the roster.
Yeah, I don't even know the last time Udonis been on the court.
Well, he played. He went in last year, and he got ejected in the 2 minutes of him entering to the game.
Mm.
So, he basically Cat Big Cat was like he too small, talking crap,
Mm.
very boisterous, talking that yin yang, and go down, and then they get into a scuffle. Then he's like clapping in his face, saying tapping on his head, like yeah, mind games, mind games.
Mm.
But all that does not make a difference if you can't get the win. At
W.
the end of the day, Big Cat was fine. I mean, not fine. Was awarded a flagrant one, and then that flagrant one, I guess it revitalized the Phoenix Suns team as Phoenix was able to pull out the win 125-116 in that game, in which of course Devin Booker 28 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists,
That boy there, bro.
35 points, and that's what happened basically. Cat did all that talking, and Dre and DeAndre Ayton sit up and drop 35 on him.
Murdered that dude.
It's like you was talking about the man
Murdered.
that was big enough for you sit up and went to work. And I say DeAndre Ayton's 35 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 16 points from Kyle Bridges, 19 points from Landry Shamet, and 13 from Cameron Payne. The Timberwolves, of course, was led by 15 points from 19 points from Anthony Edwards, 15 apiece from Michael Beasley and Karl Anthony Towns, 10 from Teron Prince, and Jaden Now with 15 points. So what I got from this, Bishop, is the level of professionalism in which sometimes we see with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like, okay, you're a young team, some good pieces, but
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes you just do too much. Like they should have secured the win before all that talking. I mean, it's all that rah
But
rah.
we know that happens in the game, though,
Well,
Trey.
yeah,
Throughout
true,
the
but
whole
all that
entire
rah.
game, yeah.
Coach Green, Coach Green, what if your players, and same thing to Bishop, to you or anyone else, but I know Kim's in the chat. What is your players are doing all that rah rah, but not getting the win? What's the outcome, Coach? Tell me that. What do you think the outcome is? What's going to happen? Where are you going to enact the next time around, or do you let your players talk? But yeah, Bishop, I like the true Bishop. You say is in the game, but
Yeah.
they didn't
Whether you
secure the
losing or not.
bag. Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't
Well,
secure the bag.
right. And a lot of times, like you said, like I had mentioned before, prior to us getting into basketball, when we
Mm-hmm.
were still on the football topic and talking about people and heating people getting in people's head. A lot of time, that's what it's about. Your
Yeah,
your
yeah.
intent is to hope to get in someone's head to get them off their game. Whether
Mm-hmm.
you're winning or losing, you're hoping to get them off their game to give you an advantage and make them start, missing shots, making bad decisions, things of that nature. sometimes that don't always pan out, and unfortunately for Minnesota, it did not pan out. um, because them sons went in there and did work. Oh, Steve, that's not nothing. He played his he what he played it played us and get put on against Dwight Howard last year. Oh yeah, he's a henchman for Miami.
Yeah.
Steve, really?
So
Yeah, yeah. When it's all said and done, man, yeah, that's some people just in the game for that. I think just to be that person to be in the game to get in people's head to try and take them out their game to try and get an advantage in any way possible to stir up the pot. In other words, so yeah,
now back to what you were saying earlier, Bishop. Of course, with the mandate in New York is being rolled back. Oh, hold up, Kim answered. Had that happen to me on my team. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. You good?
It had to happen to the team while they were up there. Were talking when we turned the tables. Uh, we took the W. They wanted to fight, which they lost that too. Shaking my head. So I mean,
Ooh, that happens. That happens. I've seen that happen before too. Take a L on the floor and off the floor. Yeah, I've seen that happen many times. Yeah, I've seen that happen many times too. I ain't gonna lie.
of course. So like we were saying, which came out yesterday in the New York news, in which I really have a certain feel about this. So Kyrie Irving, of course, as we know, has been playing only away games because he's an unvaccinated player in New York, and New York has certain mandates in which did not allow for a employee to be unvaccinated in that type of arena and play. So now, interestingly enough, Bishop, I don't know if you feel the same. You might just be pulled. The wool might be over your eyes because he's like Kyrie gets to play home games. But now that the MLB is starting and the Yankees and Mets were faced with the same situations,
Say that part. That
top
part.
players that were not able to play because they weren't vaccinated for the Yankees and the Mets.
That.
Now, a week after that, now we're rolling back the mandate for unvaccinated athletes to be able to play in New York. Now, of
Mm-hmm.
course, Kyrie Irving, being to the fact we're talking about basketball, Kyrie Irving at the most, at the earliest, will be able to play a home game versus the Charlotte Hornets on Sunday. Bishop, what? How do you that make you feel? Are you just going to be
That's
like,
some
you know what?
BS. That's
Oh,
some
okay.
BS. That's some BS. Like you said, he knew. So, like you said, baseball. He was probably thinking, okay, baseball is about to be locked out, so I'm gonna keep this mandate in effect. Baseball is no longer locked out. Oh, that means now baseball players are not. Some of our key Yankee players aren't gonna be able to play
Mhm.
because I ain't
Aaron
allowed Kyrie to
Judge.
play. Yes. Oh yeah, they was finna come for him for real. Baseball too. America's pastime? Oh yeah, they was finna come for his head. Oh, they was about to do a petition to get him moved out of the mayor's seat, bro. They was about to do a petition to get him moved out the mayor's seat, bro. I guarantee you, Mayor Adams was about to be removed if he ain't lift that mandate, bro. If he ain't lift that mandate. So yeah, that's just poor on his part. He should have been lifted that mandate. In regards to that, don't get me wrong. I'm not being inconsiderate of those people who are vaccinated and compared to those people who aren't vaccinated. I'm not being inconsiderate at that part whatsoever. However, comma, there was measures in which he could have taken to ensure that the right people, I mean, that everything was, could have been done to where, if Kyrie um was affected. I mean, it's just so many measurables that he could have done to alleviate that problem and allow Kyrie to be able to play at home. And now that you coming out now and want to allow him to play because of course baseball season is about to start up in about a week or so. I think they start up April 6th. Yeah, now all of a sudden, oh, well, let me lift the mandate. Yeah, it's a good possibility that you won't be married next term because
Next
you
term.
you just doing stuff. Yeah, you just doing stuff just all wrong. And I'm sure yourself is going places that you probably ain't supposed to go, even though you are vaccinated. Probably doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing anyway. Yeah, I'm pissed, but I'm happy at the same time because I'm glad Kyrie's about to be back, about to play his first game at home Sunday versus the Hornets. Sorry for you, Ball Lamelo. It is what it is. LaMelo, the mellow fellow, you about to take y'all. Now, mind you, not to overshadow, you know, my beloved Brooklyn Nets did travel to Memphis and played and balled out. But these Memphis Grizzlies, bro, Kyrie had 40. KD
Mhm.
had 44. I mean, the whole team of the Nets scored, and the Memphis Grizzlies could not stop Bane. Bane was on hitting on all cylinders, and then they didn't even have Ja.
Of course,
Ja wasn't
but
even on the court, bro. He was in street
Bish,
clothes.
Bishop is speaking of the game, as you said. The Memphis Grizzlies played host to the Brooklyn Nets last night. Brooklyn, uh, like you said, they didn't have enough. Kyrie Irving's 43 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. Kevin Durant's 35 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 15 points from Andre Drummond, 13 points from Bruce Brown Jr. But like you said, the Grizzlies just had too much firepower. 21
Too
points from
much.
Dylan Brooks, 23 points from Desmond Bain, 23 points from DeAnthony Milton, 14 points from Brandon Clark, 10 points from Kyler Anderson, who we don't see that often, 13, and then 13 points from Jared Jackson Jr., 11, 7, 11, and 5 from Steve Adams, and all without Ja Morant, as the Memphis Grizzlies were able to knock off the Brooklyn Nets on 132 to 120. Memphis improves to 50 and 23, like Brooklyn drops to 38 and 35. I hope the fortune turns around for y'all, Bishop. As Kim said, it was a good game. Yeah, everyone was eating. Everyone
It
was at the
was.
dining
Everybody
table.
was eating. Yeah. Everybody was eating it. It was a good game, man. You gotta give it. You gotta give it to. Excuse me. You gotta give it to Memphis for playing an outstanding game on their home court. You know they supposed to win at home. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They did what they did, and like I said, it's very scary that the fact that that they did this without Ja. You know what I'm saying? So they're definitely a team to be recognized, because to do that without Ja on the court, one of your key players, says a lot against a Brooklyn team who had all of their, well, not all of their players, but because we still don't have Ben, but I think Ben would have made a huge factor in that game and determining, because now we're looking at Ben maybe checking Bane or someone like that who's having a great game, slowing them
Okay,
down. Yeah,
yeah. In that aspect, they would have been able, because Ja's not there. Then
right,
someone could put a player on him to slow
right,
him down.
right, right. Absolutely. So I mean, man, shouts out to Memphis, man. Memphis is a team to definitely watch. I think Kim said it on one of the shows in which we did earlier. That yeah, Memphis is that team, man, that people are sleeping on. I don't know why, but yeah, Memphis is that team, bro. They don't have a huge, like, Memphis, I think, is being slept on so much for the fact that they don't have a huge presence of superstars. Yeah, they got Ja and Bane and stuff like, but they don't, like, those aren't people that a lot of people really know outside of Ja. So, Bane is not necessarily a household name as of yet. I mean, he's being spoke of here and there, but I don't know if he's considered a household name
Mhm.
yet. But yeah, they're definitely an up and coming team that's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with.
So, of course, other games that happened last night, though, Atlanta Hawks traveled over to Detroit to take on the Pistons on their home court. Uh, Trey just coming off a 40-point game. Um, didn't have what it took. I guess maybe the lights wasn't big enough in Detroit. That's what it was. Uh,
I don't know.
but the Hawks fell to the Detroit Pistons 122 to 101. The Hawks, of course, led by Trey Young, but 21 points, 2 rebounds, 9 assists, 11 points additionally from DeLon Wright, Jalen Johnson, and Anika Ongegwu, 15 points from DeAndre Hunter. Uh, it just Pistons, of course, 21 points from Jeremy Grant, 13 points apiece from Marvin Bagley Jr. and Kelvin Hayes, 10 points from Sadiq Bey after going off for 51 a couple of nights ago, 17 points from Cade Cunningham. They were just better. I wonder,
Kid is coming
Bishop.
to his own, bro.
I was about to say, do you think that come next year, as Detroit, kind of like they're getting together that
They're
chemistry
gonna
that
figure it out. Yep.
we're gonna probably have Detroit's gonna probably be on the map next year.
Yeah, they're gonna figure it out, bro. Especially depending on who they pick up in the draft, in the NBA draft. Some key pieces here and there. Detroit has a great chance of being a force to be reckoned with come next season. They up and coming, man. That's one of them teams that's definitely up and coming. They're definitely up and coming.
Of course, the Sacramento Kings went traveled over to Indiana to take on the Pacers, which was a close game. The Kings were able to get the victory, 110-109, improving to 26-48. The Pacers dropped to 25-48. The Kings were led by the 22-point outing from
That too.
Chimezie Metu, five rebounds, one assist. Three players in with 11 points: Harrison Barnes, Trey Lyles, and DiVincenzo, and 25 points from Davian Mitchell to get them the W. The Pacers were led by the 25 outing from Buddy Hield as he plays his old team. Therese Halliburton, 13 points, 15 assists, and 5 rebounds, 20 points. From Goga Bitstead, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and a double effort from O'Shea Brissett with 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 1 assist. Nick's going to be on a Matt watch too. I don't know. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
I
definitely.
agree with Anthony. I feel like if they get some key pieces in the draft too, they're going to be up and coming too. With Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, they need to get some key pieces. They will be a force too. I agree with him. I definitely agree with Anthony on that one. I could
The
definitely agree with
Knicks
that one.
the Knicks got a chance to play the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte, in which they actually came out on top without their leader Julius Randle, as they was led by R.J. Bellick's 30 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 points apiece from Taj Gibson and Evan Fournier, 17 points from Alec Burke, and of course 18 points, 11 rebounds from Obi Toppin with 6 assists. The LaMelo Ball led the Hornets in 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. 18 points from Terry Rozier, 15 points from Miles Bridges, and then 10 points from PJ Washington, but it just wasn't enough to get the W. The Knicks 31-42. The Charlotte Hornets are now 37-36 as they continue to try to get a better position. Like everyone else, they're in the playoffs, so to speak, with the play-in. But of course, everyone wants to be a 6 seed or above, so they don't have to worry about anything when it comes to the playoffs. Who else did we have last night?
The Jazz and the Celtics, which was a
Oh yes, Wallop 28-point drubbing as Boston takes care of home court, winning 125-97. The Jazz 37 points from Donovan Mitchell, 10 points,
he
14
balled out
points
though.
from
He
Rudy
did.
Gobert, and 10 points from Clarkson. But that's all the people that showed up. But them Celtics, 26 points, 3 rebounds from Jason Tatum, 26 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists from Jaylen Brown. Although Smart didn't do any too much scoring, he assisted 13 assists on 5 points and 3 rebounds, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists from Derek White, and then of course 11 points apiece from Daniel Theis and Peyton Pritchard. Um, like you said, Bishop, Donovan Mitchell balled out, but he was alone. He couldn't get it done against the duo. Of course, the Jazz 45-28 now. The Celtics 46-28 now, winning 24 of their last 28 games. Right now, the
It's
hottest team
crazy.
in the NBA on fire. I wish it was the Lakers. It would be
They the
it
team
would be
out the
Boston.
East that's fire. Yeah, that's the team out east.
It would be Boston.
That's out. They're like the Suns out east. Them Celtics, bro. I'm telling y'all, man. I said this. I said that stuff the other day, man. Boston, they had They had fans. They had. I'm sure they were temporary tattoos saying
Oh yeah,
2022
yeah, I see that.
NBA
Yeah,
champion.
I hope they
2022
was
NBA
temporary.
champion. Yeah, me too. I hope it was too. But 2022 NBA champions. That's how much faith they have in this squad and in Tatum and Smart and all of them out there. Jalen Brown. Like these boys are hitting on all cylinders right now. They just blew out the Jazz by 28 points, bro. They just blew the Jazz out, bro. And the Jazz ain't no slump team, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. They played at home in Boston, but still, come on. Them boys in that green and white, man. Y'all better be careful, careful, careful. But Trey, my question to you is, well, I won't even say that because it was the Trailblazers, but the Spurs beat
Oh,
the
I was
brakes
just
off
looking
the
at that. I was just getting ready to confirm that.
boy.
Like you said last night, shout out to Pop and the San Antonio
Pop
Spurs uh,
on the road.
on the road. Like you said, we want to say we want so bad to say it was the Portland. It was Portland, but as we all say,
What he
they
say?
are
Yep.
a team in the NBA,
Professional.
professionals. They
Yeah.
get paid for this. But you know what I'm saying, they got a professional ass whooping. As the Spurs, they should have been
They
arrested
did.
for an assault.
You're for assault. Yeah.
It should have been Masvidal, and the Spurs got arrested last night as the
For
Spurs put
assault.
up
Ooh.
133, beat the Portland Trailblazers 133 to 96 in Portland. Um, the
You
Spurs,
believe
of
that,
course,
Key?
was led by 28 points for Javante Murray, 26 points from Keldon Johnson, 15 points from Josh Richardson, and of course, 16 points apiece from Jakob Poeltl and Devin Vassell. The Blazers, a dismal effort, 20 points from Drew Eubanks, 23 from Ben McLemore, 10 apiece from Elijah Hughes and Trendon Walford. But everyone else, another oversight. Justin Swinlow, 0 points, 0 assists, 2 rebounds, but he did only play 7 minutes. So,
Mm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Kelvin Blevins played 12 minutes and he was an offer.
Oof. Yeah, bro. I feel you, Key. I know Donovan is sitting on the sidelines or at home. Like, I gotta come back to this. Like, this is what I don't no longer have CJ. I gotta come back to this. We getting blown out on our own court like this by a team like by the Spurs, which the team, I think the Spurs barely got what? Do they even got 20 wins?
The Spurs are currently, I think they are, yeah, they 27 to 45.
Okay, 27 wins. Okay, yeah, they got 27 wins. But still, it's the Spurs, bro. Like, I don't get me wrong, now I ain't taking nothing away from Pop, but come on, man.
And then also you got to take like the San Antonio was hitting on all cylinders. They set the franchise record for most 3 pointers in a quarter with 13. So
Oh
already
wow.
you got to think they was 39 points. That's 39 points alone just in 3-point shots.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
again, as you said, it was
Yeah. That's just a thrashing on your own court, bro.
that's one of the ones when
That's
your mom
embarrassing.
when you do something, if we go on punishment, your parents is tired and they grab you by the hand and just whoop you, and you like you're trying to run but you can't get away, and you just
Yeah. Yeah, that part. That part, bro.
Of
Wow.
course, additionally, OKC finally gets a win, ending the 10 game losing streak as they get the W 118 to 102 over the Orlando Magic as they eclipse the 20 win mark by 1 game. Um,
Mm,
the
that's
Magic
what I was thinking
let
about. Who didn't have 20 wins barely?
yeah, the Magic and both the OKC are 20 and 54 for the Magic, 21 and 52 for the OKC Thunder. Of course, like I said, the Magic was led by Okiki Chuma. Kiki's 19 points, 5 points, and no assists, 15 points from Franz Wagner. Moritz Wagner, his brother, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 11 assists from Cole Anthony. Um, it was a pretty solid game for the Magic, but of course the Thunder were victorious. 3 players in double figure, 20 point game. Isaiah Roby 21 points, Trey Mann 21 points, Theo Maladin 25 points. Double double from Vic Kretschitz with 12 points, 11 rebounds. 10 points, 4 rebounds from Darius Baisley. As like I said, the Thunder get their win, breaking a 10 game win streak, a losing streak. Uh, as they move forth, we all know they're not going to make the playoffs this year, but they could continue to build and kind of work out the kinks as they go forth next year. Um, of course, cross state rivals lost. Dallas Mavericks and the Houston Rockets did battle as the
No, not
Rockets
yet,
traveled
Anthony.
over as the this guy as the as the Mavericks travel over. Correction, as the Rockets travel over to Dallas for them to defend their whole court. Um, the Rockets not so much victorious, not a blowout, only losing 91-110. Rockets is led by 14.11 rebound from Alfred Sigwin, 11 points from Josh Christopher. Kevin Porter Jr. contributed 11 points, 12 points, and 10 rebounds from Christian Woods, and 13 points from Jay Sean Tate. But the Mavericks was victorious with their top two. Spencer Dinwiddie, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists from Jalen Brown, 13 points from Frank Talinka, uh, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist from Dorian Finney-Smith. And Dwight Powell contributed with 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists with no Luka Doncic. Uh, the Mavericks improved to 45-28, 18-55 as the Rockets drop. Bishop, what do you think about these teams that are winning without their superstars?
It says a lot, bro. That as a team and as a coach, you need to be worried when you got a team like Memphis, when you got a team like Dallas, when you got teams that are out there winning games without their key players. That's something to be concerned about. Because I even think who said it? What coach said that the night, or was it last night? They was like, those are games in which y'all supposed to win. These are games. This coach said these are games in which you supposed to win when their key players, their star players are not on the court and you still losing to that team. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem.
Of course, the last
So
two games, one of them we spoke about briefly as the Miami Heat were faced off against the Golden State Warriors, in which initially you thought this was going to be a Heat W, but evidently it wasn't. Both teams had 4 sets of 20-point scores or more. The Warriors, 22 points from
another
Andrew
team
Wiggins,
who won without all their players again.
22 points from Jonathan Kaminga, 30 points from Jordan Poole, 22 points from Damon Lee. Clay nor Steph were in the game.
Nor
If
Draymond.
nor Draymond, yep, nor
Draymond didn't play
Draymond.
either.
They was all it was the young guns of the Golden State Warriors that were able to get the W versus Miami. 20 points from Jimmy Butler, 25 points
That's
from
who said
Bam.
it. Eric Spoelstra. That's who said it. That's the coach that said it. He's the one that said
Okay,
it.
26 points from Kyle Lowry, 13 points from Duncan Robinson. But the Eastern Conference leading Miami, Heat were not able to get the job done, taking the L, losing 118-104 on their home court. The Golden State Warriors improved to 48-25. Miami drops to 47-26 amid the outcome. Of course, as you see that explosion on the sideline between their top player and Butler and Udonis Haslam, and then later on in the during that situation, Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler get into it. Evidently, there must have been agreements and something that Eric Spoelstra was saying to do. Haslam might have stepped in, and then they went back and forth, and probably some finger pointing, and basically poor execution as they were not able to take advantage of uh, the Warriors and their team. And of course, lastly, Anthony Bishop. Lastly, the Los Angeles Lakers faced off against the Philadelphia 76ers in LA, in which it was a better game than expected. A LeBron-less Lakers squad was not able to get the job done as they lose 126-121. The Philadelphia 76ers improved to 45-27. The Lakers dropped to 31-42 on the year. Currently 2-2 on my prediction of who is going to that they go 7-6 on the last couple of games. 76ers, of course, Joel Embiid, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists from Tyrese Maxey, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 76 from James Harden. Tobias Harris, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. The Lakers were led by 24 points apiece by Dwight Howard and Russell Westbrook, 24, 8 and 1 from Howard, 24, 9 and 8 from Russell.
Westbrook.
Westbrook, yes, 20 points from Carmelo Anthony, 23 points from Malik Monk. As you see, Carmelo Anthony is strictly scoring because he never has anything in the assist column. There's always points and rebounds. Um, yeah, that was a hard one. I mean,
Anthony, what's your
no
question
moral
for
victories.
Trey?
No moral
I,
victories.
I want to hear about this. I want to hear this question. I said weeks ago the Lakers was playing good without LeBron. So do they really need him, or it's just one game?
It's just one game. It's just one game.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
did
just
watch
one
the
game.
end of that game. The Lakers had a chance to win that game. They really
Yeah,
did.
I think
They
time ran out on them. Obviously,
yeah, but yeah, they had a chance to win it. Russell got a huge steal from Harden.
still, yeah, they put it for 32
Put
points.
him with
No,
their four. Yeah,
32 seconds left. Yeah.
yeah, they put him
And
within 4 points.
I believe in you. It's just like sorry, just practicing.
I love Kim, man. I love Kim. Do your thing, Kim. Do your thing.
Charmin.
Charmin,
He's
just
gonna shock.
practice.
He's gonna shock us. He's gonna shock us. Ken Watch. He's gonna come
Is that
back.
what I was about to
He's
ask you?
you
So,
know
do
what?
you feel like?
He's gonna come back as that military grade tissue. Watch.
So, yeah, that what he. So, is that what you think? Do you feel as though, and not necessarily he's doing it purposely, but do you feel like we're going to see a new Russ in the playoff games or the play in? Because y'all definitely getting in the play in. Y'all ain't making it. Y'all definitely getting y'all the play in. Do you think, Trey, or anybody that's watching, do y'all think we're going to see a whole different Russ in the play in?
Yes, different Russ and different AD. I think at this
Mm.
point, like for the majority of the year, I've been saying like Russ is the catalyst for us in the playoffs. I mean, for us to get to the playoffs. Of course, now like you said, Bishop, we're going to go to the play in. Without a doubt, we're looking at the play in at this point, unless we continue to lose and we just get bounced off the playoff out the playoffs. So with that being said, I think it's going to switch
Ooh,
from it's going to
really?
switch from Russ. It's going to switch from Russ being the linchpin to AD being the linchpin because he's going to have the most. Right now, it looks like the Lakers are starting to rest LeBron more. Say he has a sore
Mm.
knee, uh, so they're
Oh, you
starting
got
to
the
rest
Lakers.
him more.
Okay.
And then now we have a situation where then we're going to have because the last couple of games, in my opinion, the last couple of games, Russell Westbrook has played
He
better.
has. I will say
Yeah,
that he has.
so
He definitely has.
I don't know if that saying if that's based upon
Ooh, Steve.
uh
Ooh, ooh. You
they
being
make the
real
play.
disrespectful.
They make the
What up,
play.
Alvin?
What's good, bro? What's good, Alvin? So I think it
What's
just
good?
comes out to that. At the end of the day, you're going to have a situation where Russell Westbrook is going to be him and LeBron are going to be taking care of business, and we just need AD to come back, and
Do his part.
yeah, do his part, and don't get play a part. Like everyone now, we got to set up a defined roles and play roles, and that's what we
Mhm.
need. AD don't need to come back and be at mid court when we got 4 seconds and down by one. No,
Mhm.
move. Go get
Mm.
down low and spread the floor.
Mhm.
And if I decide to kick it to you, so be it. But move out the way, bro. And so if him coming back, he gotta uh, be there on that line, solidify the front court and wrestle brick broke. Say AD would be in street clothes.
Oh, y'all going in on them Lakers, boy. They couldn't wait for you to jump up. Boy, we done had about 20 comments since you talked about them Lakers.
So
Bruh, they waiting on them Lakers, boy. AD
yeah,
will
so
be in street clothes. I
it
hear
would
you, LB.
yeah, he'll be back. He should be back. It's just I hope he plays. We need bubble AD.
We need. Oh, he said we need
Yeah,
bubble AD,
we need bubble
not
AD.
the bubble AD. Ugh. Well, everyone, we do have what 5 games tonight slated.
Hmm.
Yeah, 5 games tonight. Trey, you want to go over the games and which we got tonight?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. So tonight's games, of course, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers will be facing off. I
I
think
think Westbrook's issue is more mental though. And then so look at what Steve said, and don't forget LeBum. LeBum.
everybody.
Oh my God, they have come. Lakers must have really hurt these haters badly in the past. Oh my God,
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Freddie is they go. They living through it's post
bro, because
post traumatic.
these comments is coming through, boy, when it comes to them Lakers. But go ahead, Trey. What you say about these 5 game or
Go check out.
7 game,
Go check
6 game,
out. Go
5
check
games?
out. Go check out winning show. Winning
Ain't nobody
winning
checking that
Showtime.
mess out.
Go check it out. So Cleveland Cavaliers will be taking on the Toronto Raptors up in Toronto. A 6:30 game. Bishop, who you rocking with for this one? Cleveland or Toronto?
The way Toronto been playing, man, I'm and the way Love got dunked on the other night, I know he wants some redemption. Too bad it ain't the Lakers because I know he needs that little redemption. That I'm gonna go with my first gut. I'm gonna take Cleveland on the road.
Cleveland. I think I won't agree with you. Take Cleveland. Even though Toronto is going to have to prove me wrong on this.
Mm-hmm.
Second game of the night, the 7 o'clock game. The Washington Wizards coming off I think their last loss will be going into Milwaukee to take on, as Bishop would always say,
Here's the
fear the
deer.
deer in Milwaukee. Uh, Bishop, who you got, Milwaukee or Washington?
You know I gotta go with Fear the Deer, bro. Milwaukee, they didn't even play last night. When the last time they played? So
2 nights
the
ago.
Greeks, yeah, they fresh. Oh yeah, they fresh. Oh, I'm definitely taking the Bucks.
Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Next game, another
You took
seven
the Bucks
o'clock
too?
slate. Yes, another the next game, another slated 7 o'clock slotted 7 o'clock game. The Indiana
Oh my
Pacers.
god. Oh my god.
You put
They
AD
going
on.
in.
Put AD on a power episode. Um, the new Zeke. Uh, of course, of course, the Indiana
Oh my
Pacers
gosh.
will be facing off against the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis as they defend their home court a second time on a back-to-back. The Indiana Pacers, Memphis Grizzlies, Memphis Bishop is still without Ja Morant, but who you got?
What's wrong with Ja? Because he running around, jumping around last night after all of what was going on. What's wrong with Ja?
I guess they say he has back pains.
Man, that show didn't look like no back pain to me last night. The way he jumping around the court and after they doing all of what they was doing. But anyway, I'm still gonna rock with Memphis, man. Right now, Memphis and
And Bane and
Bane, they out there
Jackson,
balling.
yeah.
Yeah, they balling.
I
I'm going
agree.
with
I
Memphis.
agree. I agree. I agree. Rock taking the Memphis Grizzlies. Additionally, of course, 7 o'clock, the last 7 o'clock slotted game. The Chicago Bulls will be traveling into the Noya to take on the New Orleans Pelicans on their home court. Yeah, Bishop, I feel the same way. As we said, you know what? Actually, this is an easy game to pick from an aspect because what we have found out is the Chicago Bulls are like 42-14 when they play any team besides the top six teams in the in the NBA. When they play the top 16 teams in the top 16s in the NBA, that being the 76ers, the 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 76ers, the Miami Dolphins, the Suns, the Warriors,
Miami Dolphins. I
and
mean Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. I'm sorry, Miami Heat. I don't know. I'm thinking football still. Miami Heat, Miami Heat, the Golden State Warriors, the Memphis Grizzlies. They're 0-16 against the top six teams in the NBA. So they're not playing the top 16 in the NBA. So I will give them. I will see. I think they get the W tonight. So I'm rocking with Chicago. Who you got?
You know what? I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go with the Pelicans tonight, man. At home, no, I'm going with the Noya.
That know ya, baby.
That know ya, baby.
So of course, and then lastly, the Phoenix Suns will be taking on the
It's the
Denver
game of the
Nuggets
night.
in Denver. Of course, like you say, Jokic doing all the heavy lifting in Denver. Um, Devin Booker, Miles Bridges, DeAndre Ayton.
Aiton. Yep. I'm going with
So
Phoenix, bro.
Phoenix,
I'm going with
Phoenix,
Phoenix. Yeah. I can't go against Phoenix, man. I can't go against Phoenix right now. Even though CP3 is out, they still playing like CP3 in. So I gotta go with Phoenix, bro. I gotta go with Phoenix. Who you taking?
Denver.
You taking the Joker? I
Yeah,
got you.
I think the
But this,
Joker makes it
what are your
happen.
thoughts about this? Being that we just talked about.
Really, Kim? Really? Uh, so a couple of things that came up. Like I seen the video. First thing that came up was like, "Yo, he's very spry and on his feet." But then I took a in depth look and I noticed how the uh the
Yeah,
floor how
the
the
floor.
floor was given under his feet. Although saying the NBA hardwood is has some give to it, but I was like, wow. So obviously he still has some weight. That's very, very, very impressive. His ability to his
And it
leaping
wasn't just no
ability.
regular dunk. It wasn't
Yeah,
no.
East Bay
This
Funk.
was a dunk. This was a dunk contest dunk that he did.
Yeah,
This wasn't no just
off
two
the
hands
glass
jump up.
between the legs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. This wasn't no regular old dunk.
yeah. So at least it's good. Yeah, padded floor tracking. Yeah, I know, Key. That's what I'm saying. When you look at the floor is padded, it has some give to it. So it's yeah, East Bay Funk Dunk. So I mean, I'm glad to see him back. Saying hopefully they continue to do something. So I know they don't want him to lose too much weight because of course if he loses a great amount of weight, now you look at is it unless he's putting on muscle, like what is it that he's doing? How effective can he be? He's a center, power forward type. You don't want him to
Mm-hmm.
lose too much weight, but you want him to have to be a healthy down to a
You want him
healthy
to be able
size
to
and
get
number.
down the court with that weight.
Yeah,
Be able to. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
be able to play.
Absolutely.
He showed that. I mean, in that instance, he's able to get the weight off the ground,
Right,
with
which is huge.
a degree of difficulty. So that's
Yeah,
one thing. But I hope saying he comes back
and
and
he's young. He's
yeah,
young, so he should be able to do that. Yeah.
yeah. So that part I look forward to seeing him
But
next
weren't they
year.
talking about at one time that we was looking at one point? What they're talking about looking at that he may not even come back this season because of the foot.
Yeah, so he's not going. It's too late in the game. I think they're going to go ahead and power him down. I don't foresee
Okay.
him being. I don't foresee him playing this year. Just go ahead and let him do. He's going to be out to eat that gumbo. He's going to go
He
ahead and
is.
be out
He is.
a couple.
And them
What
beignets, he's tearing up them
the,
beignets, Anthony. Fucking them beignets up out.
so he's going to so at least that puts him in that position where he's able to come back next year, just like Dame Dash. He's decided to power it down. He'll be back next year. At this point, teams are only down to like 11, 10 games in the season before the end of the season. Uh, yeah, just go ahead and even though they're in the play-in currently, they are in the
Mhm.
play-in. If it was
So
to
I'm gonna be
start,
honest. So his trainer is. I know that's what the initially they was talking about, but it sounds as though his trainer is saying that he may possibly come back. Just a heads up
mm.
that he may possibly get back on the court this season.
So it might. I think it might be advantageous for that to happen because at this point they're in the play-in. They would
Mm-hmm.
play if the playoff says if it was starting tonight, they would be playing against the Lakers in the 9-10 spot.
Mm.
Of course, they get that W. They go play. They go and play the loser of the 7-8 game, which would be the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Clippers, and then have an opportunity to take them out and even and become the eighth seed. I mean the eighth seed. So they still have a chance. I just wonder what's that chance worth at the end of the day. That's no different from Ben coming in, even though he's not ready to try to help the Nets to get into the 7th seed.
Right.
So it just depends.
It looks like New York Mayor Adams just had a press conference and he
Yeah,
wrote back about
to
yeah,
announce that this
yeah,
all for all for the money.
baseball.
Baseball, yeah, I think
It
definitely. I
wasn't for
think
basketball. It was for baseball for sure.
yeah, definitely baseball was
Yeah,
them dollars, them
yeah,
dollars.
of course, of course. Oh yeah, bro, man, bro, what? The
I sit here,
Yankees,
I
the
sit here.
Mets.
I hear
Come on, bro.
I hear first take going on in the back of the background, and when I look up, every time I see Molly, I think about you not liking Molly.
I'm with you, Anthony Price, on that part. I ain't forgot. I heard what you said, Trey. I'm with you on that part. Anthony AP. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. But again, don't forget, Anthony. They did just come out and say that Ben has a herniated disc in his back. So
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
that is like I said, I still deal with that same issue. So yeah, and it's a very long, uh, tedious. Um,
Not according to Bishop.
she's okay. So to go into this Molly Curran thing, right? Let me be. I'm gonna be completely honest, right? What I will say, Molly Curran is fine as hell. That is one fine woman. She is fine. But however, I think that's the whole reason why they got her on the show. I think it's be her looks is what gets her on the show. Uh, um, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. He dunked 2 weeks ago. I feel you. Ben did just dunk 2 weeks, but I'm just telling you, Kim, what they saying about him. The coaches are saying, and the analysts are talking about him. His back, his so-called back. He has back. He has a herniated disc. So I get it, but I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he gets in here soon. Hopefully the spark of with the mandate being lifted for the vaccine. Hopefully he'll play. He'll come along with Kyrie, and we can see what they do together. I didn't like what she did with the LeVar Ball thing. What LeVar Ball thing? What did she do? I didn't catch that. He probably been had that, just using it as an excuse not to play. Could be, because that's definitely something that don't happen overnight. The herniated disc, yeah, that's not something that happens overnight. I totally agree with that. Molly does too much. She's thinking she talking smart, but not really. That part, Anthony. Anthony. That whole part. I think it's a pretty face that's on the show, in my personal opinion. That's just me. I just think it will be next year for Ben. I hope not, Kim. I hope not, because we really could use him in this playoff. In the playoffs, we could definitely use Big Ben, Ben Simmons in the playoffs. Man, we could definitely use his defensive presence on the court, like we just saw last night with, excuse me, Memphis. We could have had him out there versus Bane, and it would have made a big difference. I feel like, in my opinion. This was years ago. LeVar and Stephen A was joking. She thought he came after her. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, see, she think like so many people are caught up on her looks that I think she feels like a lot of people. I'm with you, Kim. Let you definitely go get her spot. I'm voting for you, Kim, to go get her spot. Go get it. I'm with it, Kim. I'll show want you to get her spot. Um, it was a mess and got Jalen Rose into it. I remember, and I know what you talk about. Yeah, she thought that, yeah, like somebody was coming for her. Like, come on, Molly, you ain't all that now. Like, come on, stop it. Yeah, I remember that. I do know what you're talking about. That was a few years ago, and she rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because of that. Yeah, I'm with you, Kim. Go get that spot, girl. I'm with you. I would love to see you in that spot. I was like, I know her. I know her. I know her.
Be like, shout out to
Shout
First
out Kim.
Formation
Shout out
family.
to Kim on first take. She was on first formation first though. I like Joy. I like Joy Taylor better. I do too. I like Joy Taylor. I like when she's on there. I do. I like Joy Taylor better too. I do. She's a nice one to look at as well. But yeah, man. Let's hope Ben comes out. Hopefully, with Kyrie coming back. Uh, look. Yes. What up, son? Really, Kim? That's what you doing? That's what
It's like, and that's what be
that's
like,
what we
hold up, ain't
doing.
you? It's like you done went to New York and now you done switched it up. Ain't no more
Nah, you don't really
that
you
know your
living your
baby.
inner,
Who
yeah.
that?
She
No
don't
more
really
who
gotta
that.
learn.
Now you talking about what's up, son, off the Yosta boat.
Yeah, what's up, son? Yeah, overall, Nash getting tired of hearing what Ben come back. He's like, shit, I don't know. Ask him. Damn, he's the one on the bench. I feel you, Anthony. AP, I feel you, man. I like it. I know Nash is like, dude, I'm tired of hearing about Ben. Ask me about everybody else, because with Ben, I don't know what the hell's going on with Ben. I know Nash is like, just leave me. Don't no like Kyrie said that
No,
yeah
that, yeah,
yesterday in the
it's
post.
like don't ask me
Kyrie
about
said
Ben.
in the post office.
Don't ask me
Yeah,
about Kyrie. I would just ask me about Blake Griffin.
people who
Ask me
playing.
about him. Yeah,
Yeah, ask me about people who play it. Kyrie said yesterday, don't ask me nothing about this
this ain't
mandate. Don't
no.
ask me nothing about how do I like until it happens. Don't ask me. Kyrie said that yesterday in post game. Don't ask me about none of that, just because it ain't happened yet. Ask me about stuff that I could actually give you an answer to. So yeah, if I'm Nash, I'm like, man, yeah, don't give me no Kyrie or no Ben questions, because yeah, ask them. They're a better person to ask. And Kyrie, don't even ask Kyrie, because it's not in his hands. It's in the mayor's hands. So,
Well, as we all know, he can play now. So, do you think
yes,
that makes a difference now?
sir. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Oh boy, it's finna be on. That's why I'm hoping it gives a spark to Ben to be like, man, hey, y'all give me a shot right here in my back, in my butt, my right cheek, hit it in my right cheek. Because I know what, like I said, I've been through that pain. I know what it's like. I feel it. And so they can give him a shot in his butt and let him go and get out of that court and get few minutes in, and give us some defense, because that's all we need him for is defense. We don't need him for points or nothing like that. Maybe some boards and some defense, and that's it. And that's the thing. We don't need him for, let him get a few minutes. We don't need him. We don't need him like a whole 4 quarters. Let him do his thing, man. It's about to be lit. It sure is. It sure is. Kim, I think they calling you to be, you know what I'm saying, to be on the show, be on First Take. Suns versus Nets final. Ooh, boy, that would be lovely. AP. I would love that right there.
Stop it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it'd be
you know
on
what?
fire.
You know what?
I don't know
You
why
got
you. I
to.
don't know why you hating
You ain't
that,
got to
Trey.
worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me.
Yeah, I know our time is at its end, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for watching us on First Formation. For those that was late, we got a 4856 for you. So be sure to slide block 13 and be sure to initial saying you concur, because if you was late, you knew you was late. Um uh that would be dope, though. That would be dope. But we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Without y'all, we don't have a First Formation. So we thank you greatly. We appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy y'all Thursday. Y'all stay up, man.
See y'all later. Check us out tomorrow. Ron Lowe will be back in the building. And then Monday we have a pretty good show. I think conspiracy theories, think conspiracies. Like his bishop said, we greatly appreciate y'all checking on us, being here with us. We look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. This time, show attention. All out.
Roll 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. As you see, Founders Day weekend is next week, and we're gonna holler back at y'all. Peace. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all tomorrow.